Hey Flosstube, it is Michelle from Made by Michelle McGraw. This is Flosstube number 57 and it is August the 10th, 2021. I am back with my huge 5,000 subscribers giveaway winners. I'm going to sprinkle those in between finishes, fully finishes, haul, just so that I don't sit here and announce names for 10 minutes that nobody else wants to sit through. I'll kind of weed them through. It is hot again. We had a really nice week last week and it was like in the 80s, but now it's back in the 90s. I think it's supposed to be 100 later on this week. And humidity. It's not good, not good. I also wanted to make a comment. So I've gotten a lot of comments on my glasses, probably not these because these are my old ones. I have a lot of different glasses. Yes, they are prescription glasses. They are for distance. I leave my glasses places. Like I've never lost a pair of glasses, but like I leave them in different vehicles. Or I don't know, I leave them randomly around my house, around places. So I'm constantly looking for a pair of glasses to put on because I don't wear them around my house. I wear them to drive. I wear them like when I go out because I want to see, I want to see things. But I'm also in between where I need to take my glasses off to read things up close. So like I don't stitch with my glasses on, I actually put reading glasses on. Yes, I know, my doctor has talked to me about progressive lenses. I am not there yet. And she keeps saying, I understand. I will be there someday. This is not the year, but that's why you see me with different glasses on. They are all prescription glasses. I get them from my doctor's office. Most of them are like, I don't want to say name brand lens frames, but like, they have a designer name or whatever. I literally just pick out what I like. So there you go. There's my answer. My reading glasses are not. My reading glasses are literally whatever I can get in a big set that has multiple ones in them because there are by my sewing machine, by my stitching chair, in my to-go bag, in my car, in my purse. They're just randomly around. Sorry, I'm fixing things that are sliding. So that answers that. If anybody else cared. I've gotten a couple questions, but that's why you randomly see me with different glasses because I can't find the pair that I had on last week. True story. Okay, we are here for the stitching. So let's get into stitching. I have 5 fully finishes. So I'm going to show you those first. I don't have the chart. I did show the chart in previous Flosstubes, but I do know them. 3 of these are from Prairie Schooler mini cards. And one of them is a Lizzie Kate, and I will show you that. I finished them all the same. So here is, they don't have names. The Prairie Schooler mini cards do not have a name, but it's just the little mini ones. And here's the witch, which I loved this one. I finished them all with the same fabric, and I'll show you the backing so you can see it a little better. And I also put a little bit of a ribbon right here. I sew my ribbons on when you see them flat on the front. I generally sew them just on my sewing machine just because I find it easy. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the table. I find that easy to do. So I stitch those on. I hand sew my trim. I've told you all that before. Not because I think it's better or anything like that. It's because I'm a mess with liquid glue and hand sewing lets me control it better than I would with glue. Here is the backing fabric. I'll show you. It's just very lightly done with some Halloween images. There's my label that I made. Now this label has the year on it, which I actually really, really like. So I am going to start adding the year to my labels because then I have it. But I didn't want to order too many 2021s. I did order a couple of 2022s. So when I get done using the 21s that I have, I will order some more if I need them. But I really like those to add with them. I get all of my labels on Etsy. I have used different stores, but there's one that I use the most. I will link it down below. Okay, so that's the first one that I did. That is a Prairie Schooler. This is also a Prairie Schooler mini card, which is the crow. I used the same ribbon, the same fabric, same trim, same backing. Now this one I used a little bit smaller label, just because I have them, and it's a smaller piece. I like to use smaller labels on the smaller pieces, but sometimes I put a big label because this one had a big one. Just depends. All right, this is another Prairie Schooler little mini card. I love that ghost. These were all stitched with the same color of thread, which I think was 3371. It's not actually black. That's it. It did make it a little harder picking fabric because a lot of Halloween fabric has black in it, and I didn't want black because technically it's not black. So the next one that goes with this set that I finished the same is from Lizzie Kate, and it's Yes, I Can Drive a Stick. I stitched this in the same floss color as I did these. So they kind of all were a set, and I also used the same fabric. This is Picture This Plus, Myrrh, whatever you want to call it. So these all four, let me see if I can hold them all together. Probably not well, I guess I should say. Oh, now I have my hair in there. These all four go together, and they'll be able to go into a dough bowl or a tray or anything like that that I could display them in. They could go in my wagon. I have the little red wagon from Hobby Lobby. They could go in there. So I wanted them all to match since they were kind of all stitched the same. Okay, my final fully finish is from Witchy Stitcher. And I believe this one is one of her free patterns. So you would go to her website, go to her freebies, and it should be in there, and it is Welcome Campers. So as you guys know from previous Flosstubes, I am a huge old school horror movie fan. Like, I don't like CGI and necessarily in them, but I love just the silly running around horror movies. So this one is a freebie. I think I stitched it. I think I just picked some greens, some variegated greens, and I think the red was supposed to have different colors in there, and I used a variegated floss, so I didn't have to change it. I just used it. But that is Welcome Campers. And I finished it with this backing fabric that was trees and a moonlight because I figured in the woods, right? And there's my label. So I really, really like that. Finally got to finish this. I stitched this 2 years ago, I think, and I finally fully finished it. So those are some of my fall ones. I still have more fall to fully finish. I'm working through them. All right, we're gonna do some giveaways just to kind of break this up a little bit. I had them in order, so I wanna keep them in order. Okay, the first giveaway was Trucking Along, and Kimberly Pham, Pham. I'm probably not gonna say names right. Please know that it's not your fault. It is totally, I don't pronounce things correctly. So if I don't pronounce your name right, I'm so sorry. But Kimberly, congratulations. I will put my my Flosstube or my email and my Instagram name down below. You can hit me up on either of those. You can send me an email or you can contact me on Instagram Messenger. Make sure you say your full name if it's different from your YouTube name, and your YouTube name if they are different, and then your address on where I can mail these to. Once again, these were all giveaways that were open to the US only. So if anybody in here is not in US, I'll have to put it back in the pile. Just for this giveaway, I do have a giveaway that is going to be for everyone next time. Deb from Frog Cottage Designs is going to do a giveaway with some of her patterns. So very excited. If you have not checked out Deb, she is fantastic. She is down in Australia. Not only does she stitch beautiful projects, but she also designs beautiful projects. So I will link her below, but I will not have a giveaway this week. I'm going to try to get out the bulk of the giveaways out, and then next time we will have some giveaways from Deb. And thank you so much, Deb, for providing those for us in the upcoming. They will be PDFs, so they can go to anybody, which is the great thing. So, all right. This is Santa Claus from Birds of a Feather. You had to say Santa. And this one is going to Criminally Creative Podcast. So, which I found fascinating as a name. Do you do true crime podcasts? Because that would be totally awesome if you did. I need to check that out. I don't know. I need to look them up. The next one is from Bobby G Designs Elves, Char J57. So CHARJ57. Congratulations. And let's do one more while we're here. This one was Merry Old Soul from With Thy Needle and Thread, and Devra Klein. D-E-V-R-A. Devra. I think I'm saying that right, but I'm not sure. But there you go. Congratulations. All right. I did fully finishes. Now it is time for whips. So let's, oh no, full finishes, not fully finishes, not whips yet. Okay, hold on here. Let me get out my cards so I can tell you information. And I moved everything. I'm so sorry. For some reason, every once in a while, a certain spot on this table is jiggly, and I'm not exactly sure why. And if you hear snoring, those are my dogs. They're underneath the table, having a little siesta down there. Okay, so let me find my card for this one. Okay, this is, I'm going to use a chart that we've used for a giveaway to put behind it. This is Freedom Delivery, and I did not put the chart up here, so I'm sorry. It's Stitching with the Housewives, and I stitched it on 14 count black Aida, and this is one of my son's second ornament set series. You'll see the first series in a little bit. The second ones that I'm doing for them are all chalkboard from the Stitching with the Housewives, so this one was one that one of my boys had picked. So I finished that. I am done with the first set. I'm working on the second set. I have not picked my third set yet. I don't know what I want to do yet. All right, my next finish is from Little House Needleworks, the pet store. This is from the Hometown Holiday series. And there's the chart. And here's my finish. I stitched this on 14 count Picture This Plus Murky, which is what all of the series will be stitched on. And this is the second one that I've done in this series. The first one was the church. Now I've done the pet store. I did have somebody ask me if I use peaking shears to cut my fabric. Yes, I do, right there. Now, as you can see, it's not even because this was probably a scrap that I could make work. So I made it work. When I am finishing these, I know that they're gonna be into pillow finishes. So I like to play with like an inch border along all of my stitching sides. Sometimes it's less than an inch, sometimes it's an inch. So I can make these little scraps work. So that's why I use them. So yeah, and no, it's not cut straight at all. It works. All right, the next one that I have, the next two that I have, let me get my card. Okay, the next two that I have are from the Needle Love Company, and it is my favorite Christmas. And this is called Ginger Folk. Now, this is an old pattern. This is readily available on eBay. I've seen it. I've seen it on Stash Unloads. It's a pretty easy pattern to get. These are the ones that I did, which are the gingerbreads. Now, that picture is very deceiving because they don't look that big. It does call for 7 count. I think it does. Let me see. I think it called for 7 count fabric. Yes, 7 count, which is what I used. So they are a little bit bigger. Now I need to cut this down more. They're a little bit bigger than I thought they would be. They're fine. I want to put these guys in a gingerbread display. So these were really, really quick to stitch up. Literally, I finished him in a day, and I could have finished the female if I had time. So there's the male, there's the female. I will cut these out, unlike the other ones that I did on the same material. I will just sew around the edges. They're not actually stand-ups. They're like sewn around the edges there, you can see. So I really liked these. I thought they would be super cute in a gingerbread display, just to stick in there with them. And I do want to do a gingerbread display for my kitchen. I think that would be really cute for Christmas time. So that was another finish that I had. Did I stick that card over there? I think so. Okay, let's do some more giveaways in the middle of this. Our next one is the chart that I've been using, 12 Days of Christmas. This is Sarah Grimes Edmonds, E-M-M-O-N-S. Congratulations, Sarah. The next one is the Christmas Village Stocking. Debbie K is the winner. So congratulations, Debbie. All right, the next one is the Santa Collage one, and this is Sharon Wolfgang. So Sharon, contact me. Let's do one more. This one is the Gingerbread Mice Stocking, and this is Lala, L-A-L-A. So, all right, let's go back to finishes. Okay, where is this one at? Oh, yes, this is Gingham Greetings from Stitching with the Housewives. So it's just a little truck with a tree in the back. And this is one of my son's second set. That was the one he chose. And it's kind of funny because he just kind of chose it, but he actually works at a tree farm in the wintertime. So it's actually kind of perfect for him. I don't even know if he realized that when he chose it, but it was perfect. Okay. The next one that I have is called Socks and Underwear from Lizzie Kate. It's Santa 2010. And I stitched this on 18 count Picture This Plus gingerbread. Now I chose that because I had a scrap of it left over. I didn't want it to be huge, so I used the 18 count, and I liked the way he turned out. So I did change some floss. So I used, instead of Ruby Slippers, which is the red, I used Color and Cotton Bing Cherry, which is just a deeper red. And then instead of using Jolly Holly, I used DMC 580. So I love how he turned out. And it just says, when you stop believing, you get socks and underwear. So I think he's really cute. I don't know if he will end up being a dough bowl or if he will be an ornament. I don't know. Probably a dough bowl since he's a little big, but we'll see. Okay, the Night Before Christmas ones are these Prairie Schooler ones that I've been stitching for. This was the first set of ornaments that I did my kids. So each year I do them an ornament. I did 2 ornaments last year for them. This year my goal was to do 3 for each of them. I have 3 boys, so a set of 9 altogether. I don't know who's at the door. Maybe it's Amazon. They come a lot. So anyhow, that is the ornaments that I chose for the first set. And I did the cat one for my middle son. And then both of my oldest and youngest wanted the one with the dog. So I actually stitched it twice. I'd already finished the cat one. So these 2 actually were stitched now, and I finished them. Same ornament, stitched twice. Not my favorite thing to do, but they each wanted it, so I did it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna fully finish these ornaments. I don't know yet. But they will be ornaments for them. The idea is that they get the ornaments, and then when they move out, they take their ornaments with them and they can put them on their own tree. Okay, the next one is actually one that I started last year. No, wait a minute. Let me see when I started this. Yes, I started it in November of 2020, and it comes from this set. So this is a kit. You can still get this kit on 123 Stitch. It's actually under Cooler Designs now. Mine says Janlin, but it's actually, I don't know, did Cooler buy Janlin? I don't know. Mine was old that I had for quite a while, but it is literally the best manger scene that I have seen yet. There are no Children of the Corn faces, because yes, that's a thing. I have a weird thing about faces. They need to be good. And so these are beautiful. The colors are fantastic. I really like this. Now, I am not using the backing. They give you the felt that you can use for the backing. I will use fabric. And I did not use the Aida that came with it. It's white 14 count Aida. I'm actually gonna just dye that Aida most likely and use it on a different project. I actually had some, I think this is oatmeal Aida that I stuck in here that I'm gonna use. And the first one I did is Mary. As you can see, she is beautiful, beautiful, stunningly beautiful. The colors are beautiful. It's beautiful. So I can't wait to do more of this set. This is still available on 123 Stitch. I think it's $22. It is an awesome deal for $22 because you get Mary, Joseph, the angel, the 3 wise men, a camel, a sheep, a donkey, a cow. I mean, it's so great. I love this. So I will finish these into stand-ups eventually. My goal would be to get baby Jesus and Joseph done this year and then just keep adding to it. I did not use the floss either because that is a hot mess to figure out. Yes, you absolutely can figure it out, and the floss is all here. But this is not fun. I don't enjoy this, and like, no, I don't enjoy that. What I did is the DMC colors are listed in here, and I simply kitted it up with DMC. I don't know what I'll do with that floss because that's crazy. Did not want to sort all that. So I just put the DMC in here. But the other great thing is that it is kitted with DMC so that if you run out of floss in your kit, you can easily kit it up more. So I love that about kits. Some kits don't use DMC, so I like that it did. Okay, let's see. I have one more fully finished to share. I've been stitching. Okay, this one is Christmas Tree Stitches Through Time. Whoops, sorry. So I did the Christmas tree. I didn't do this piece, like the edging, because I want to sew it into a Christmas tree, so I left those off. I also changed the colors. When I pulled the floss for these, it came out looking very fall. And I don't know whether it's just the fact that my color lots, but like it's nutmeg, apple cider, picnic basket, caramel corn, autumn leaves, toffee. They're very fall colors. To me, it doesn't look that fallish on the front. So I didn't want a fall colors on there. So I pulled colors that I had, and these are silks that I had, and I just pulled from my drawer. And I just pulled colors that I thought were Christmassy. So there is my finish. I want to sew it into a Christmas tree and make it into an ornament. Or it might go with some of my nativity ones in a dough bowl. I'm not sure yet. All right. I think the rest of these are whips now. Yes, so let's do some more giveaways. Okay, this is Father Christmas stocking, and this is Criss Cross Stitches. So K-R-I-S cross stitches. Congratulations. The next one is a set of 2 charts, and they were the folk art trees. I think it's 1 and 2. So you had to say folk, and Kim enjoys life. Congratulations, Kim. All right, the next giveaway winner was the Bouville series, and this had Bouville Bakery. This just says Peekaboo. This is the Bouville Inn, and then the Candy Shop. So it was a set of 4 charts. M. Kincaid, K-I-N-C-A-I-D. Congratulations, Kim, or M, not Kim, M. Kincaid. Okay, all right, I did all those. Let's just keep going. The next set that I have to give away were the old ones that I had duplicates of, and these are Christmas Plate series. And you're getting 5 charts, and Debbie Rochester is getting these. Rochester. R-O-C-H-E-S-T-E-R. Sorry if I don't pronounce your last name correctly, Debbie, sorry. But congratulations. Okay, the next one is Up, Up, and Away stocking, and this is P. Welch. Congratulations. All right, I think I just have 2 more, so we'll just keep going. This is Father Winter stocking, and this is Kelly Cooper. And then this is old Father Winter's Christmas stocking, and this is Paula G. that won. Congratulations to all my winners. Thank you so much for joining me and for commenting and liking and subscribing. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And thank you. So thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers. Super, super sweet. More than I mean, like, I was amazed anybody watched. So I'm blown away. So thank you so much. I have had 73 finishes so far this year. Tallied. 73 finishes. Amazing. Keep in mind, I am doing smalls. So smalls give you a lot of finishes. So it has been great because I have been able to stitch some charts that I've always wanted to stitch. I am a huge Prairie Schooler fan. I don't know many Prairie Schooler charts that I don't have. I have a lot of them, if not most all of them. I would say I have 95% of them. This has given me a chance to stitch those charts, to stitch these little smalls, and I have enjoyed it so much. This was the year of smalls that I was doing, and I am going to continue to do this next year. I do want to start working in some of my bigger projects. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work out just yet. I have a couple ideas, but nothing finalized yet, and I have time. But I have so enjoyed doing this, and I'm also, once I stitch the chart, unless I save my prairie schoolers, because a lot of times I piece those and use parts of them. So unless it's a chart that I want to keep, I put it in the pile to give it away. And I'm cleaning out some charts that I've had for a long time. So that's a great feeling too. So, all right, now we are on to whips. So these are ones that I'm currently working on. And my current one that was on my desk is Happy Nativity Day from the trilogy. And this is one that I've had kitted up for a really long time. This is a piece of 18 count. I'm not exactly sure what the name of it is. It's opalescence. It's not showing up really great, but it does have a sparkle to it. It's pretty. There's my progress. It's still in the hoop. This came off my stitching table, but it's just one that I wanted to work on. Okay, the next one is, this is Father Christmas, and this is from Joan Elliott Designs. Now this is a large one, which is kind of weird because I'm not doing larges this year, but first of all, I love this. I think this is beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful Christmas ones I've seen. Stunning. Stunning. I would like to make this into a tree topper, or that is my idea. Now, when I get that finished, my idea may not work. I don't know. But my idea was to do it as a tree topper. I think he would be beautiful on top of my tree. We'll see if I can actually make that happen. And he is being stitched on, this is 28 count, picture this plus murky. I couldn't decide what fabric I wanted, and then my sister was like, why don't you just use murky? And I was like, you're so smart. Why don't I use murky? Okay, so here is my progress so far. Not impressive, but these colors are amazing. Just the blends and stuff that you're getting. It is so pretty. This chart is available on 123 Stitch. Which I think is where I found it at. And I just think he's beautiful. So that is, he does have a little bit of beading on him. I think he will be amazing. But we will see if I can make him happen as a tree topper. And we'll see if I can get him done this year. He may not be. I'm not stressed about that. I wanted to start him, and I started. So I was talking to Deb, and from Frog Cottage Design, she was talking about, she did a whip parade. So if you haven't seen her new Flosstube, go check it out. And she was like, oh my gosh, I was so amazed at the amount of whips that I had when I did my whip parade. Having a lot of whips never bothers me. One, I bought the charts to stitch them. I enjoyed starting them. I enjoyed the passion of picking them up and doing them. So there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. And then when I, even if I never go back to this the rest of the year, when I do go back to that, it's almost like visiting my whips is like visiting with an old friend. And I pick it up, and I so enjoy going back to some of those whips. So a lot of whips never bothers me. That just means you have a lot of projects to choose from. I think that's awesome. So that's my take on whips. I also have a lot of whips. So that could be why. Let's see. Oh, I didn't pull this one, or I didn't have the card out here, but I did a little bit more progress on Christmas Magic, and this one is in my work bag. So I'm gonna finish this at work. And this is Christmas Magic by Heart in Hand. And I started this one last year or the year before. Don't ask me why I didn't finish this, because this is not big, but I didn't. But here is my progress so far, and I've been putting some stitches in them. And I changed the year. This was originally in 2013. Obviously, I'm putting 2021. So this one will get done. Like I said, it's in my work bag, so that one goes to work with me. It will be finished just to get it out of the whip pile. Now, my last whip that I have is my birthday start, which I started in June and I missed stitching in July. This is why I don't do like certain days to stitch on this, because I forget and I am awful at it. But I did pick this back up and started to do the next room, which let me just show you. It is from Bright Needle, the dollhouse. It is one of my unicorn charts. I was able to find it. I love it. Okay. All is wonderful in the world, right? Have my unicorn and I'm stitching along, and I go to pick it up this year or this month, and let me show you what I noticed. Now, as you can tell, this looks darker in the picture than when you stitch it, okay? It's more creamy. It's not as dark as in the picture. What I figured out was my outline to my house was stitched in the wrong color. And I did not realize that until I was gonna stitch it down here and start the next room. So the symbol for the two, and I couldn't understand, like, how did I stitch it in the wrong color? I've been so careful. How did I do that? Well, the symbols are very close. So one of the symbols is, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on camera, is this little one with the arrows. And the other one is just 4 dots in the corner. The problem is, this was a unicorn chart for me. So I know that this might be a unicorn chart for somebody else. So I make a working copy of my chart. Not only that, but I can mark on it. I can do whatever I want to, and I'm not ruining my chart. And I potentially can pass this chart on to somebody else who wants it when I'm done. Well, my copy wasn't, I mean, it's a good copy because I made it on a copy machine, but I could not tell the difference in the two symbols. Now, I really had to look at the chart too. So the outline is done in a lighter color. Now, I was gonna leave it. The problem with that is when I get down here to the bottom, there's like a brick line, and that darker color is needed in that brick line. So I have decided that I am going to rip this out and I'm going to fix it. But because I am stitching this on 36 count linen with 1 strand, which is my least favorite way to rip out, I'm going to rip sections of it out and restitch it so I don't have to count it all. So I'm going to start stitching with the correct color and then come up and pull out a little bit at a time. So I also don't get stuck pulling out and just be really mad the whole time. I was gonna leave it and just keep stitching it, but I honestly think it will be, like, from here, you can't see the outline. And that's my problem. When I frame this, I'm afraid that, like, from across the room, it's not gonna look like a house. So I need to use the darker color. There you can see it, but the darker color will be nicer. So I have to finish that. When I realized that, it went into timeout. It is in my work bag so that I will fix it at work and work on it just a little bit at a time and not get frustrated. I think I've changed my idea of I'm gonna work on it every month around the 21st of the month. That's not gonna happen. Let's just go ahead and say, it's not gonna happen. I know I'm not gonna do it. I don't even know why I say it because it never works out. So once I get done with something, I'm going to work on that a little bit and rip out a little bit at a time. That's my goal. Okay, let's do haul because I have a couple of things, so I will show you those and then we will move on. All right, so I got my Green with Envy. This is the Silk of the Month from Be Stitch Me. This was July's. So I enjoy getting the silks. I also get the Fabric of the Month, and this is, I get the Neutral Club 20 count. I think the name is Scroll from Be Stitch Me. Let me see if the back shows it better. Let's just take it out of the bag so you can see it better. It's a very, very pretty neutral. I get 20 count in my Fabrics of the Month right now because I don't have a lot of 20 count. I actually prefer 20 count over 40 count. And I don't know why that is, but I can see 20 count a lot better than I can see 40 count. So I just enjoy 20 count. If I want to do something that small, 20 count is is my go-to. I will use 40 count, but I'd prefer 20 count. That's showing up nicely right there. Very, very pretty. If you don't already join Brandy's Fabric of the Month, hers is awesome. I do enjoy it a lot. Okay, so I got some random charts here. I got the Drummer Boy from Mill Hill. And I got this because the Little Drummer Boy song is one of my favorite Christmas songs. And so I didn't have that. So I would like to just make him into a little ornament. I also got Snow Village from the Trilogy. And that was actually a little kit. So it has some of the fabric. It doesn't have the floss in there, but it has the fabric. I think that's so cute. I am stitching Christmas now through December. In December, I will move to stitching just like snowy winter snowman, things that I could leave out past Christmas. And so some of these charts are for some of that. I also want to do Frosty Friends, which is from Little House Needleworks, I think. That one is going to be in my winter stitching. This is called Buddy, or Babble. Buddy the Drummer Boy. There you go. From the Trilogy. I just think he's cute. So I got him. I also got the Tall Trios. I think this is called Boo. Boo Tall Trio. Really cute from the Trilogy. I got Ice Skating Globe from Bent Creek, and it is an entire kit. I think that'll be really cute for some winter stitching, and it's a kit. This is Tall Trio Yule. Now this is some fabric that my sister got for me for my birthday. So this is 36 count XQ Designs Witch's Brew, which I love. One of my favorites. Ooh, that might be a contender for the Cryptids Sow. I have had a heck of a time trying to decide my fabric, and I finally decided I'm not going to pick my fabric until the first part of it comes out and I can actually see it. So that's my decision, but that one might go in the pile. This is another good one. This is 36 count Elixir. Oh my goodness, I can't say that word. From XQ Designs as well. I love her fabric like that. One of my favorites. All right, so my sister also bought me some other fabrics, and I'm just going to show them. I don't know who she bought these from. I know they came from overseas. Like, she bought them off of Etsy. But I will just show you them, and they are, this one is sprinkled with gold. Like, there you can see it. It's very pretty. This is 14 count Ada. This one is 14 count Ada. Very pretty. This one is 16 count Ada. I can see St. Patty's Day on there. I think that would be so pretty. This is 27 count. So an even weave. Very pretty. 16 count Ada. Very, very pretty. Any mermaid or beachy stuff, just that screams to me. This is 16 count Ada. There's a good, no, right there. And this is 16 count Ada. They don't really have names. So she gave me a basket with a lot of stuff in it. This was the cross stitch stuff. See, this is why I end up with so much stuff, because me and my sister will do baskets for each other or gift bags filled with like cross stitch stuff. And this is how I end up with so much. We've done this for years. So It's why I have the stash. So technically, my sister is default for some of my stash. How about that? Very, very pretty. I love this one. That's 16 count Ada as well. I need to do a floss tube for my sister's house one time and show you all of the stitching that she has done. I have invited her on my floss tube. She does not want to do floss tube, but she is willing to show her stitching. Witchy Stitcher actually just recently used one of her pieces and fully finished it for her and then used it in her advertisement. It's beautiful. It's the pumpkin man with the bones as ribs. The finish is beautiful. The stitching is beautiful. That was kind of neat. But she has so much stitching. So I need to do a floss tube from her house and show some of her stitching stuff that she has. I think you guys would enjoy that. Okay, also I got Cranberries and Cream Petite Fat Quarter Bundle from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm in the Moda Fabric of the Month Club. I think this is going to be great for some Christmas finishes. Just depends if the red matches. I also get Fabric of the Month from Fabric Flare. This is Smoky Blue Dye Effect. I get 14 count Ada. Love that. And here's a couple more charts that I got. So I got the Trilogy, Check It Out. And this is Ode to Snow. Look at that little check snowman. He is adorable. Adorable. I love that. And this is Snowy Night. Once again, I will be stitching some winter stuff in December. This is Liberty 2. I did not have this one, but it's super cute. Love that. This one I can't remember where I ordered some of these charts from. This might have been Stash Unload, but I'm not sure. This is America at War from Stony Creek. It's an older chart, but what I really liked was this one. And I would like to stitch that for my son someday. I think that's such an iconic picture, and so I'd like to stitch that. And the next one is from the Cricut collection, We the People. And I will show you, this one is the one I want to do at 4th of July. Look at him, isn't he cute? Love that. And then the last one that I got is Trimmings 2, the Cricut collection. And this just has a variety of words and stuff, but I really liked the Halloween house down here. I'm gonna have to look at it because it has quite a few buttons that make up some of them. So I will have to find some buttons for it. Okay, so that is everything that I have to show you guys. I have been stitching. I will continue to stitch Christmas. I'm going to continue to do my smalls throughout the year. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I will be stitching more winter stuff in December. And probably into January as well. It just all depends on how many I get done. I will work some Valentine's in there. Like I said, I'm going to continue to stitch smalls and use some of these charts that I have, pieces of charts, small charts. I will be passing on any charts that I get done that I'm not keeping onto you guys. But it's been a really fun year to stitch all these smalls, and I have to say I'm totally addicted. So I definitely will be doing this into the new year as well. I hope you guys are all staying safe, staying healthy, and enjoying your stitching. So until I see you next time, remember to like and subscribe. All of my contest winners, make sure you get a hold of me and send me your information so I can start mailing this out. And next giveaway is going to be a PDF, so it will be open to anybody and everybody. And thank Deb for that again. I will link her below so you can go check out her shop. If you're interested in any of her patterns, she has some fantastic ones. And she has some sneak peeks of some that are going to be in the Needlepoint Expo. And I'm so excited to see what she has coming out because the sneak peeks are fantastic. So check her out. Okay, stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you next time.